Yo, what up, man? It's your favorite YouTube panelist, Miss Fantastic 824, and I'm back here with a new review for you. Let's get into it.
If you made this statement when those people were calling you like racial slurs, that if they did that to your face, you do what? Like, what is the moral high ground that you have for literally like tell that kid that if you do this to me or what? Like, what is the difference between both of the cases?
I don't really understand your question.
So
Now, again, I hate when people do this debate tactic, bro. You don't understand your question. The question was clear. How are you being a hypocrite and you guys having the stance you have for Carmelo Anthony not being able to defend himself, right? Over now, again, I don't agree with the way he chose to defend himself, but the essence and understanding of people being able to defend themselves over physical attack, when you're saying you've been quoted to say, okay, hey, you would do something to people for verbally attacking you. Now, the issue and problem with Myron is a cuck for white people, pretty much, right? And he's not accepted by anybody. He's not accepted by black people because he's not black, right? He's not accepted by white people because he's not white. And Myron is what I like to call, a nigger pretender, right? As to where he assimilates black culture, black hairstyle. When he went over there to Turkey, he got them waves, even though that's not, anything to do with where his culture's from. But he absolutely despises black people because he was never accepted. Okay. So he suffers from the fact of the matter that as much as he may love white people, he's embarrassed himself. He made himself a cuck. They called him all types of sand niggas and, hard R's and everything while he's out here trying to, throw himself on the mercy on behalf of the white man. And they don't accept him either. And because of his hatred for black people and disrespect, of course, we don't like him. So now he wants to act like he's confused about something that he said once he's finally confronted with it.
So there was like people are accusing you on X, like you say, words shouldn't matter. People shouldn't be riled up when people get in each other's faces and all that. And then like you have videos, or especially a particular video where you are talking about people that are kind of like harassing you, and you are saying, if y'all did this to me, I will do that to y'all. Like, what is like? Why do you get the benefit of the doubt and you get sympathy from people? Yeah, this is clearly acceptable. And when something happens like this, you kind of like fall back and you don't understand the reaction to what caused that.
I don't know what particular instance you're talking about specifically.
Again, I hate the whole I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You just was viral for all of last month with the whole Chud the Builder thing, defending Chud the Builder, calling black people racial epithets, right? As to where it led up to him shooting a man, and now he's on trial for attempted murder. You were defending Chud the Builder for inciting people, for provoking people. Okay. Most states are going to consider walking up to a black person and calling them the hard R is provoking speech. That is a legal term. It is an actual thing that could end up in a person not being charged with, violence or something against a person because you're going up to this person unprovoked and you're calling them hard R's and saying that they're quote unquote chimping out. You defended that. Words don't hurt. Words don't hurt. Words don't hurt. And now Fatty's going to pull up the video, I guess, to remind you, since somehow within the last 2 weeks, you just, conveniently forgot what he could be referring to.
I don't know. But what I will say is I think, violence should be avoided at almost every situation and should only be used as a last resort to defend yourself from, obviously some kind of serious bodily injury or death.
Now, again, listen, he was just defending this from Chud the Builder. He was just saying Chud the Builder had every right to deadly force over a man punching him. Okay? Myron is saying Chud the Builder should be innocent and should be set free, and he was out here falsely claiming that there was so much evidence that's going to exonerate Chud. Mind you, Chud is getting deeper and deeper in shit. Okay? Deeper and deeper. Okay? But yet and still, if someone employs deadly force for being touched and they're not white, now violence should be avoided in all costs. Flip-flops, hypocrites.
Yeah, but see, so once again, friends, I don't want y'all to think this is ambush or something. I want y'all to own your words and be consistent. Let's see what happened there.
Guys, the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me, it does not benefit me to say anything.
Okay, motherfucker, you know what he was talking about. Stop playing stupid, bro.
Negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of.
It benefits you greatly because white people and your cuck of an audience pay you for it. And you know that you're going to be safe. You do it from the safety of a keyboard in most cases and instances. You started doing, I think, a couple of on-campus debates or whatever you want to call them, interactions. But bro, you're not out amongst the people, bro. You talk all of this shit from behind a computer screen and you're never around people. Okay? Just like we said with Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder chose to do that in Nashville. Why he didn't drive to Memphis? Why he ain't gonna do that in Memphis? As we say, man, people know who to play with and who to try. Okay? And Myron is a perfect example of that.
Pay for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat talking about haram this, haram that. You're a kafir that, murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely.
Now again, Myron has no hands. Stop it, Myron. Myron, I don't know if you've ever been in a fight in your life, but I know you have been in a fight in your adult life, bro. That's why you were whatever you were from the feds, whatever you were from a law enforcement standpoint, brother. You are a fool without a gun, Myron. Everybody knows this. You have no hands, dog. None. You back down. All right. When Preach. When Preach told you that he whoop you and your mans. He say line both of y'all up. He'll whoop y'all back to back. You folded. So please stop acting like you are talking about Pakistani. So I guess you might, they're Pakistanis. Pakistanis and Arabs for the most part, you probably gonna try them. Unless they from like Dagestan or some shit. But yeah, outside of that, bro, come on, Myron. We don't believe you. You need more people, bro. Stop it.
Disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person, ever. Because they know that it would be.
Just like you would never call anybody hard R N-word to their face. You wouldn't do it, Myron. You would not do it. You wouldn't do it. Because you know you'll get folded. Okay? And since everybody else is in Florida, that FI is readily available. And I don't think you're ready to die. So, again, flip-flopping, hypocrisy, wolf tickets. Just keep adding on to it. Talking about what you're going to do when you ain't finna bust a grape in a fruit fight, bro. Stop it.
Doesn't that contradict what you said, that violence is the last resource and all that?
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Go ahead.
So that's in context of a lot of people. I get death threats all the fucking time, obviously, by being the person I am and having the views that I have. So this was during a period where I was talking and being critical about praying at Times Square being like retarded and not an intelligent thing to do in the United States. So that's what I was referring to. And obviously I get hundreds, if not thousands of death threats from weirdos from all different walks of life, whether it's, angry Muslims, angry blacks, angry, the Jews. Everybody gets pissed off at me for the views that I have. So that's what I was referring to, is like, that's in context of also people giving me death threats all the time, which I get all the time. So that's what I'm saying. But like,
how many times you gonna repeat giving yourself getting death threats? You said it like 5 times, bro. You heard it the first time. You reiterating it does not improve your point. We heard you. So people giving you death threats is an excuse for you to claim that you're going to beat somebody up for not, that has nothing to do with a death threat. I can understand that. Somebody said, hey man, I'm gonna kill you when I see you. I got you. Hey, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. Got you. But that's not what the mortad word was. That's just an insult. That's an insult. unless I'm wrong, educate me if I'm wrong. If that's something, because I thought in death to the infidels. That's what I always heard from, no disrespect to the Muslim and Arab brothers out there, right? But to my understanding, Murtad isn't a death threat.
But me to just like knock him out only for that, or to to have some type of altercation for that, you could get angry a little bit or whatever. But honestly, would I really hit somebody over some words? More than likely, unless they were like
more than likely
attacking me, or I felt like I was in some imminent danger, probably not. Right.
And by the way,
but it's important to understand.
And again, now it's how you feel. So again, one of the biggest contentious points of the Karmelo Anthony case was being able to tell or determine whether or not Karmelo Anthony was actually in fear. And without his testimony, we'll never know, right? He never testified on the stand. A lot of people gave speculation and spoke for him on his behalf, talking about how he was scared. But if you really look into the situation and whatnot, what have you, it's no one knows. Okay. There was never any testimony of him saying that he was afraid. He said that he did it. He said that I'm not alleged, I did it. He said he asked if what's his name was okay, but he never ever mentioned fear one time in any of his statements that he gave to police on the official police report. He also said, hey, he put his hands on me. I told him not to touch me. I defended myself. Karmelo Anthony himself is not on the official record in any way, shape, form, or fashion stating that he was in fear, which that would be the basis and justification for a self-defense argument.
Understand that was in context of me getting hundreds of death threats from these fucking guys, because I think people know when you talk about the Muslims, and as Andrew could talk about this, if you criticize them, they come at you crazy.
One second, friends. Let him land, please.
These other extenuating circumstances that make it okay for y'all. I don't understand that.
There's actually no.
One second, friends. 1 second. So, but that was not the context at all. You were reacting to people in your chat.
I know.
One second, please. Andrew,
I'm telling you what was going on.
I know.
I'm telling you what was going on during that period of time that led to that. Okay. You're not the one getting hundreds, if not thousands of death threats. You're not the one people sending your address to you saying, oh, I know where you're at, whatever. Mm-hmm. I literally get calls all night from weirdos. You're not getting that. So I'm telling you, that's what was going through my mind. That was what was going on when I said that. Now, obviously, if I were in some kind of altercation with someone and they said, oh, you're a Murtad, blah, 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 I'd probably walk away. People have
notice how I keep saying probably. Words mean things, people. So that's saying, hey, depending on what mood I'm in that day, hey, I might not walk off and I might rock your shit. We're humans. That happens. So even Myron is giving credence to, I think subconsciously, he's not purposely doing this, but he's being honest by mistake, in as to where you never know how people are going to react to disrespect. Okay? You never know. That's why you don't go around disrespecting people. Now, if a person takes their reaction to a level that it doesn't need to be, they should suffer the consequences. I.e., this is why I am on the Karmelo Anthony side, and people may not agree with me. You're a coon, you're a sellout. No, I'm just a person that lives in reality. Okay? There are such things as equal responses or reasonable responses and unreasonable responses. Okay? Someone pushing you, right, and you stabbing them to death, be it by intentional or mistake, it's unreasonable, and you have to pay the consequences for that action. Okay? Same goes for if someone says something to you out of the way. The thing is, though, people find it more reasonable if you put hands and feet to that person, and you don't be within an inch of their life, but you basically teach them a lesson for being reckless with their mouth. Okay? Putting people in their place, no matter how much we want to act like we're far beyond that in American society, is still a thing. People celebrate the bully or the asshole getting handled. Why? Because that's the social expectation. Don't go around bothering people and being disrespectful to people that's not being disrespectful to you. Myron wants to act like, oh, that's not the case and this and that and other. But again, like I said, he mistakenly told the truth. This is why the whole, oh, words don't hurt and you shouldn't beat people up and put your hands on people for words. I'll say this again. If you are out and about with a woman that you care about, your wife, your daughter, your sister, your mother, or some woman that you are, as a man, expect you to be protection of, right? If I walk up to that woman and call her a bitch for no reason, I promise you, as a man, you're going to step in and you're going to be extremely aggressive and possibly violent. And if so, you would be justified and everyone would agree with you. And you might have people join in with you to whoop my ass for being verbally disrespectful for no reason to women that are doing nothing to me.
Talk shit to me in person before, and I'll be like, all right, bro, if you're not going to do nothing, get the fuck out of here. And I'll just walk away. I typically try to de-escalate situations, not escalate.
Sure. I just wanted consistency because once again,
Well, can I take you to task on this here, Fatty?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's the contradiction? Even if it was the case,
No,
that
no,
Myron,
it's
hang on. Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Even if it was the case that Myron here said that violence should always be the last resort, but he resorted to violence himself as the first resort, what's the actual contradiction there?
The contradiction is just that, and this is another thing that that Andrew likes to do, right? Ambiguity in definitions and mixing up definitions. The definition of hypocrisy literally talks about the actual behavior, what is being said. Okay, you doing something different than what you say that you would do. That is hypocrisy. Okay, that is a contradiction. If you say don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't do this, and you do it, you are in clear contradiction of your words and what most people deem to be your ideology. Okay?
Is because he made a definitive statement.
So?
He said that we shouldn't do that over words. And
So?
in this video, like I am showing y'all, he says that about words. Is
That's
people
not
in the
a
chat?
contradiction.
No, one second. Hey, Andrew, let's strip down the debate thing. I don't know if it's a contradiction. I don't know if it's hypocritical. I know that one second. I know that
it is both. Don't take my word for it. Go look up the definition of hypocrisy. And go look up go look up the definition of contradiction. Okay? Contradiction is this, but that. Hypocrisy. Hey, I say do this, but I do that. Okay? My actions and my words don't match. Hypocrisy. Contradiction can be outside of words. That could be ideologically. That could be a lot of different things. But hypocrisy is pretty much philosophy and speech. Okay? Because you don't know what someone thinks without them saying it. Right? Contradictions exist every day. Right? Without it being said, it's just an understanding. But a hypocrisy is usually involving speech and ideology that's spoken or expressed through speech. If and when you do something different than your speech and ideology, you are thereby a hypocrite.
one statement cancels the other. It can, like you know, the laws of logic, it can be both, right? One is one and the other one is a one.
No,
if
that
these
would
men,
violate the law of excluded middle.
so it doesn't. Well, one second. So is the law of contradiction, right? Is the law of identity, and is the what is the last law?
The one I just said, law of excluded middle.
Okay, law of excluded middle. He said it. He said right now.
Yeah, but I need you to listen to what I'm saying.
No, and let me just play what he said, please. And
I know what he said. I just
because I want people to hear it again. It's not for you.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
You know,
the point I'm trying to make is I get a lot of hate for my positions because I tell the truth no matter what. Now, someone like Abba, who's I will tell you guys the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me. It does not benefit me to say anything negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass.
Can you stop playing that over and over?
He's mentioning people in his chat, which is words. Chat is not fist. Chat is not chat is words. So isn't he contradicting what he said that violence will be the last result over words?
You know what I like about this?
Listen.
Hey, I'm just here.
Go ahead, Andrew. Say what you got to say.
Let me explain this so that you understand what a contradiction or hypocrisy is. If I say people should not murder, and then I go out and murder somebody, that's neither a contradiction nor hypocrisy.
That's not true. It's not true. It's not true. Again, look up the definition of hypocrite A hypocrite will definitely tell you that your actions do not align with your words or with your thoughts. That's hypocrisy. Contradiction. You're contradicting yourself. You're saying that you should not do something, but you're doing the opposite of what you're saying you should be doing. Since we're talking about speech, your actions are going against the actions that you're suggesting for someone else. That is a contradiction. It's both. And I hate when people get to do this because of their, because of their content fucking size, right? Pause. Like, because of their community and because of the subscribers or followers and so on and so forth, right? Now they get to just rewrite the rules and blatantly lie, and the quote unquote smaller people checking them and be like, bro, that's just a lie. What are we doing?
It's still true that people shouldn't murder. It's still true that they shouldn't do this thing.
Yes.
It's not hypocritical either, because I'm still consistent within the belief structure that they shouldn't do that, even if I did. So even if Myron says violence should be the last resort, which he said, and he uses it as a first resort, there's no fucking inconsistency there to even attack him over anyway. Why the guy would even need to
You see my face looking extremely puzzled because I'm listening to this and I'm listening to him say this clearly, and I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Why are y'all playing in our face?
defend himself from such a low-tier claim is insane to me.
And Andrew, and this is why I'm not taking this to the debate university and to the verbal combat. I'm taking this to public perception and to common sense. Myron might not be, one second, let me finish. Myron might not be a hypocrite based on the definition. Myron might not be contradicting
not even
himself.
by the definition.
No,
I'm trying to interject right here to let Fatty know, because I'm looking up the definition myself. I went and Googled it to see, and hypocrite says that your words don't match your actions. So even by the definition, he is a hypocrite.
He's
by
fine.
the definition.
No,
he's
but
wrong
he's
by the definition.
No, fantastic. But it's fine, because I don't want to get on the game of semantics.
Another point.
Let me finish, please. It's because y'all are going to be
Wait, let me the whole time. Like,
no, sir, respectfully. Let me finish.
Like,
and
you've
you
been
got
yapping the whole time, dude.
I know. Let me finish, and then you got it. You are a talker too. I don't care about the hypocritical. I don't care about the contradiction, but it's common sense that Maron is doing the rules for D, but not for me. He's pushing a higher standard to a 17-year-old and to everybody that is fighting over words, especially the N word. And when people chuck the builder, and when people are instigated, comes on the I don't care about the semantics. I don't care about the debate, bro. I care about the fact that Myron owed other people to a standard that he himself doesn't oblige.
Except
like he showed here.
He doesn't, and that's the claim that's in question.
Y'all got
There's no standard he's holding other people to other than the standard he himself still believes, even if he violated the standard. Do you fucking understand that?
Ask him the question.
Do
He's
you
too fucking stupid to understand it.
Patty,
Like, here's the thing, Andrew. These people are low IQ, bro. Like, yo, dude, did I stab somebody in the fucking chest? Did I punch anybody? I didn't do it. Okay. So to say one thing.
1 second. Let him finish.
No, hold on. Let him finish.
Let him finish. He's fine. Let him finish. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know why this guy's jumping in here. This conversation doesn't concern him. Again, like I said before,
like you.
I don't give a fuck what you like. Shut the
Hey,
fuck
friends,
up.
it's the last time I'm saying, let the person that is talking finish out. We are going to work.
And again, it gets derailed at this point. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit further for the thing. But again, shout out to Fatty, shout out to Ali. I really appreciate the collaboration, opportunity, and stuff, bro. But this is definitely where, since everything's been thrown out the window, and it's just a disrespect fest. Let the disrespectful people handle it. Okay. Let the disrespectful people handle it. And it is what it is at this point, because you can't undo it. It's a live stream. You know, he's starting to say a lot of crazy shit or whatever. He's about to get into the whole hard R and monkey thing and so on and so forth. So, hey, bro, this is where you take off the fucking, take off the governor, right? And you let it be what it is, because it's already there.
Hey,
26. Shut the fuck
hey,
up.
Myron, you are on YouTube, Myron. Come on, man. Myron, you are on YouTube.
This dude's talking crazy to me, man.
No, Myron. You see, you are on Myron.
Who's this guy?
No, Myron. Respectfully, you know that you are on YouTube. There's 13,000 people. No, Myron, there's 13 people literally streaming on YouTube, 13,000, and you are saying
I'm on YouTube as well.
Myron, but come on, man. You know the TOS. Don't do that shit, man.
Okay, well, he started with me, so it is what it is.
Oh man.
Anyway,
go ahead, make a
statement.
statement.
What I was saying.
I'm not going to argue
What I was
with
saying is this: I'm not the one shooting people. I'm not the one stabbing anybody. I said something, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually doing it. So again, you're sitting here saying like, oh, look, you're being a hypocrite, blah, blah. Am I running around attacking people? No. Am I stabbing people in the chest? No. Am I shooting people? No. So it's not the same whatsoever. And then again, I love how you're removing all the context from what I was discussing, where I was telling you, I'm getting all these fucking death threats all the time.
Context is irrelevant, bro. Context is irrelevant. If you have fucking integrity, if you have self-control, and you stand in that, right? You're going to stand by on your principles, your morals, your values, regardless of the reactions of other people. That's quite simple. Okay. If I say, hey man, words don't hurt me, I'm not going to be affected by words. No, that means no matter how the words are given, as long as the words aren't followed by physical contact, I don't care about words. I don't get to say, man, well, I was frustrated and it was too many words, man. The words, it was too many of them. So I finally got frustrated and said, I'm going to attack people over words. No, brother. That's not how integrity works. That's not how sticking to principles, morals, and values works, brother. No.
That's what I was also obviously including in what I'm saying. That factors into what I'm saying when I'm saying like, oh, if somebody comes up to me, calls me a murtad to my face, because I'm getting death threats from these guys all over the place. And anyone that criticizes Islam or any type of Muslims in New York City, they'll tell you, oh, they come up to you all the time. Andrew's gotten hundreds of death threats from these guys. So when I was saying, come up to my face and say that, okay, that's within the context of me getting hundreds and not thousands of death threats from these people. But am I going to run around and knock somebody out just for simply calling me a murtad and nothing else? No, bro, I'm going to walk away. I'm not the one doing all the fucking violence bullshit. I don't believe in it. Unless you have to defend yourself, like I said before, from some type of imminent injury or danger or loss of life or whatever. That's what it is. I carry a gun all the time. I'm not getting in shootouts. No, because I understand use of force and using it appropriately and not just attacking people because they piss you off with your feelings.
Sure. And thank you very much for calming yourself down and not calling us names, right?
No, well, your buddy Goat is the one that started the issues here.
No. One second. No, he didn't because you what? Hey, Tess, 1 second. You called us low IQ. You called us raw. Like you being
because you're bringing up that's a low IQ thing to bring up that clip as if look, you're a hypocrite.
No, you just said he started it though.
No, you said he started. You changed it.
You changed it, Myron. You said he started it.
No, bro, no. The other dude, Goat, said some dumb shit.
No, but you started it.
No. This.
All right, man. So now we get into like who started it, whatever, and all that's irrelevant, right? At the end of the day, bro, Myron, I won't say he crashed the panel because he was invited. They sent him the invite. He came there, and he was challenged by his words versus his philosophy and so on and so forth. And he's caught in a moment where he's promoting something that he stands vehemently against, at least when it comes to black people. According to Myron, black people should be able to be called monkeys, hard R's, chimping out, all these different things. And they do absolutely nothing about it over words, even though he's confronted by him saying that he would do something to people over words. Now his protection or his defense is, am I going around shooting people or stabbing people? Well, again, of course not. But what we're saying is what you said you would do. So what you're saying that if you are in the position and you self-admittedly admitted that no one has done it to you yet in your face, so according to your words, you might just do that. And you gave yourself leeway by saying probably, maybe, I'm not sure. So, and I think that's reasonable. As much of an asshole as I think Myron is, Myron, you know what I'm saying, unintentionally told the truth in that moment. Human beings have emotions. Human beings have feelings. And sometimes human beings react emotionally, physically violent in situations over disrespect. Okay. Am I saying that it should be the case? Of course not. Did I say that people should walk around killing people for words? Hell no, of course not. Absolutely not. But the argument here for him to be, again, so vehemently against the whole Karmelo case, hey man, you can't even kill somebody over just touching you, which I do agree with, but you're talking about violence in the case of things being spoken against you, was the point that's being pointed out here. At the end of the day, man, listen, Myron came through with a whole bunch of other disrespectful shit. I really wish that Fatty would have gave the opportunity to just have it back and forth. Because listen, bro, ain't no motherfucking Jafar, dirty nigga selling fake jewelry in the middle of the mall looking motherfucker who's balding, who had to take that trip to Turkey, and then he cucks for fucking white boys and get himself called a sand nigga, you know what I mean, online, ever gonna disrespect me and call me a monkey, bro. and that just be it. Myron's a lame. Myron pays for pussy. Myron, when he did get a bitch, we saw him. She was she was mid. So all this shit that he talked, bro, right? All right, what did he say? Shout out to Brandon Jamal. Sex worker saver, dog. He done been exposed to so many shit. Him and his boy. I'm gonna keep his boy out of it for the most part because this ain't really about him. But Myron Gaines is a certified bitch. You'll never see him around niggas calling niggas. He stay where it's safe at behind his computer screen and do that shit. And that's lame as fuck. It's weak, but he's a weak ass nigga at the end of the day. And I stand on that. 10,000%. Lil, Balding, lame, sex worker saving, sand nigga. And that's the long and short of it. But hey, man, Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype the video. That's that on that one. Catch you on the next one. We out.